So the absolute cutest married influencer couple on the internet is getting divorced? If they didn't make it, what the hell is the rest of us supposed to do? I don't know Kristy and Desmond personally, but somehow they emotionally impacted me, especially being a single woman. Infidelity? We're all doomed.
Oh my God, Kristy is divorcing Desmond on account of alleged cheating. Kristy confirms the minute she found out he was cheating, she said there was no way of reconciliation with him. This is extremely sad considering these two have been together since they were 14 and have been giving us some of the best laughs on this app.
Child, Kristy and Desmond Scott just gave the girls yet another reason not to look up to these IG couples and make them couple goals. Because what do you mean Kristy filed for divorce after 11 years of marriage? Like, what's gonna happen to that multi-million-dollar business and that custom-built mansion that they just moved into? And it gets even messier, y'all. Once the internet started digging into what chaos could have caused these two to split after so long, they found an answer that left everyone scratching their heads. It turns out that Desmond didn't only step out on his wife of 11 years, he reportedly did so with a man and was really out here thinking that even if he got caught, Kristy would still stay for their brand and public image. But how true is this? Or is it just another internet think piece? If you need answers, stay seated because it's coming right up.
Hey guys, I don't idolize anybody's relationship. Like, I'll say, oh, they're cute, their family is cute, and then I'll just keep scrolling, right? But you see these people that have been together since they were 14 years old. They literally just moved into their multi-million-dollar mansion that took them about 3 to 4 years to build. They have 2 beautiful sons. They've made so much money together, and Desmond just threw that all in the trash by cheating on his wife. He cheated on Kristy. Like, are you guys seeing the material? Desmond cheated on Kristy, Sarah. I'm not, Lord, this is sad. This is really sad.
Okay, so is this a sign that once a relationship becomes internet famous, it's gonna crumble? Because Kristy Scott filing for divorce from Desmond, who she's been with for over 15 years, wasn't on anyone's radar. Not too long ago, Kristy Scott put the internet on notice when TMZ reported that she had filed for divorce from her estranged husband, Scott. Kristy filed at Harris County, Texas. From the paperwork, it looks like they would soon stop living together, as Kristy cited alleged infidelity as the reason for the split. Kristy and Desmond stopped posting content together earlier in December, which might have been an indication that all was not well. But at the time, folks really thought that they were just turning it down for the holidays. And it must have been so bad because the documents were also saying that it has wiped out any reasonable chance for reconciliation. This means that Kristy wants the marriage completely done at once. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And girl, when I tell you that people were completely blindsided by this, talk about left field.
Like, I know nobody's perfect, but like, Kristy and Desmond was as close as it got to perfect. This is crazy. This is insane. Who do I talk to about this? Somebody. Help.
Kristy and Desmond have been together since they were 14 and built their whole brand around being partners and having a wholesome family with their 2 children. As they amassed a following, the couple started a production company, Meant to Be, that was focused on capturing heartfelt wedding moments. I mean, these two literally built their dream home from the ground up. Not bought, but built brick by brick. And you don't do stuff like this when divorce is around the corner. And that's what got folks really confused when the news hit. Of course, when you've been with someone for that long, especially from your teenage years, there's bound to be some growing pains and fights here and there. Also, not all smiles and laughs on the internet are real, but it didn't stop folks from wondering what happened so bad to make Kristy and Desmond's marriage come to a rapid end. Some were saying that they've noticed that Desmond didn't seem to react the same in video. It seemed over the top, fake, and very performative, especially when it came to the pranks. It felt like he checked out and just kind of let Kristy do her own thing until he couldn't deal with it anymore and stepped out. Or maybe Desmond felt a little insecure about Kristy being the main breadwinner and found an outlet to express his frustration. But others were talking about how there was always something deeper at play and that they wouldn't just fall apart like this because Desmond stopped liking prank videos. And it turns out that they were right.
I don't idolize anybody's relationship, right? I admire people in their relationships and what they share and how beautiful it is and how Amazing it seems. I don't put anything past anyone though. But this one?
Kristy and Desmond are both Jehovah's Witnesses, and even though infidelity is the only acceptable grounds for them to divorce and eventually remarry, there is more pressure to stay together and maintain the family unit, especially when you've been together for as long as they have. They have reportedly broken up a couple of times before they got married, and Kristy and Desmond also alluded in the past that things haven't always been great since they've been together all the time that they have. Also, when you think about it, when you've been with someone since you were 14, you are really bound to drift apart at some point, even though you settle and later come back together. Now, it's being alleged that Desmond wanted out of their marriage due to their faith, and the only acceptable way that they would be able to separate was a divorce, but it had to be because of infidelity. And so Desmond allegedly stepped out, not because he was having an affair, but because he just wanted out no matter what. And so he went out and slept with someone and then came back home and admitted it to his wife. In fact, Kristy was completely oblivious that Desmond was even feeling like this. It was only after he admitted that he cheated that she filed for divorce. If he wanted to, he could have kept it a secret, but from the looks of things, he was just desperate to get out. He even released a statement saying, "I want to begin by apologizing to Kristy, our family, and everyone who has been impacted by the public attention surrounding this situation. I know this news has been disappointing for many, and I'm truly sorry for the hurt that it has caused. But Kristy is the mother of my children, and that will always come first. I remain fully committed to being an active, present, and loving parent to our boys, as I have been. Kristy and I faced challenges and made sincere effort to work through them. Towards the end of 2025, I wanted to separate, and I had conversations with Kristy regarding this. During this period, I made choices that I am not proud of. I took responsibility for those actions. I shared this with her directly and personally, and ultimately we decided to divorce. I asked for privacy and compassion as we navigate this difficult chapter of our lives." Then there is also this alleged story going around that Desmond has been into guys all this time, and the reason that he's been with one woman since he was 14 was to protect his secret, because in the Jehovah's Witness faith, something like this is really hated on within the religion. So with all that fame and money, it opened up possibilities for him, so he started stepping out with a man. So whatever the case is, there is absolutely no chance of them reconciling.
So allegedly, Kristy got cheated on with a man. Her husband cheated on her with a man.
So for Kristy to state in the divorce filings that there is absolutely no chance of them reconciling, something must have gone down real bad beyond infidelity that makes their relationship so unfixable. And word is that the person that Desmond cheated on Kristy with is a man, and that he was just trying to see what works for him now that they are more financially stable and independent. Reports are also saying that Desmond was trying to be low-key and wasn't expecting Kristy to find out about it or react in the way that she did. But girl, Kristy didn't come to play, because as soon as word got out, she filed for divorce just like that. And as much as nobody wanted to see them go out like this, the internet is paying mad respect to Kristy for refusing to be disrespected regardless of how the public was going to react to it. I'm still gagging over this Kristy and Desmond divorce situation. I want to see the other woman or man, because Desmond had a really good life. Shaking my head. I try not to be too involved when it comes to these celebrity/social media couples, but the Kristy and Desmond ish is so unsettling to me for some reason. But did you guys watch Kristy and Desmond's content? And were you expecting this divorce news? Sound off in the comments and make sure you hit that like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Bye, baddies.